A lovely good evening to you, and thank you for tuning in to your favorite evening talk show right here on MX24 TV. My name is Oforiwaa, and this is The Dish. So you're welcome to this beautiful show yet again another week. Always we bring you thought-provoking conversations that you love to be part of, that sparks meaningful conversations. And as usual, we're here to listen to you. So you can be part of the conversation by telling a friend to tell another to tune in. And then you guys can do the back discussions at home, or you can either express yourself with us by sharing your comments to our WhatsApp number. I'll do that at the appropriate time. Most of you are in my DM saying that I don't read your messages, but trust me, there's going to be a time that we're going to do just messages all through the show. Yet again, we're here to make sure that your evenings are not boring, but going to be filled with fun conversations and educative conversations as well. My name is Oforiwaa, like I said. And of course, we do know that football season is over or may be over, but Betway says that the fun never stops with them. And so take to the skies in Aviator with a maximum payout of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis. The boys in the studio have been doing this a lot too. They know my words even before I'm going to say them. So take to the skies and Aviator with a maximum payout of up to 100,000 cedis. Have a spin on the roulette wheel, try the live game shows, or claim a royal stash in the popular King of Games. And of course, the variety is endless with casino, lottery-style live games only on Betway Ghana. This ad is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana and not for persons under 18 years. Terms and conditions apply, and Betway says, bet your way. So, of course, moving away from that, we're going to dig right into our discussion for the night. And many people shy away from this discussion or do not want to hear about it. They have so many things to say about it because of how mean our society is being now. And then it's sad to know that the reality or the mean nature of our society today has become a norm. And so if you are not succumbing to the norms of society, people try to sabotage you or stigmatize you. We're going to be discussing body positivity tonight in the studio, and I have two amazing personalities to help me do that. Pretty soon you're going to get to know who they are. But like I said, body positivity aims at embracing each other, our body, our shapes, our sizes as it is, without shying anybody or shaming anybody. We are here to speak about embracing and respecting our bodies just as they are. So if you do not know how much body positivity means to a person, or what can be described as body positivity, or what goes into that, then this is where you have to be. So tell a friend to tell another to tune in, and let's educate ourselves. To help me in the studio to do this discussion, clearly when you meet my guests, you know that, oh, it makes sense that you are here. Right next to me is my long-time runaway sister, who is actually a prodigal daughter of MX24 and The Dish. Her name is Mz Orstin. She's an entrepreneur and the best female DJ there is. Hi, baby girl.
Hi, baby girl.
I missed you.
I missed you too.
But how have you been?
I've been good. How are you?
Great.
I see you're doing well on
So
on
are you. To the UAE and all of that. Yay. And seated next to her is the beautiful, precious Mensah, a.k.a. PM, Diasa Season 2. Is it Season 2?
Season 3.
Season 3 winner, and winner of Diasa Extra. Is it Plus Extra? Wait, we didn't know.
No, I was fourth. That one.
But I was rooting for you.
Yeah, I didn't win though.
What happened?
I don't know. The vote didn't stand up well.
But you know that society deemed you as the perfect winner.
Yeah, but maybe their vote didn't come out early. But I'm just the entitled owner for 2019, and it's okay.
You're okay with that?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Someone would have argued it, and but I like the fact that she's content with it. So, PM is here in the studio, and I see you guys under her comments. Today we'll be digging into her life, getting to know how she lives, how she goes by her day, and also Mz Orstin. So, two opposite individuals are in the studio to discuss body positivity with us. Good evening, ladies. Thank you for coming.
Good evening.
Thank you for having us.
How have you been? Let me start off with you. How have you been?
I'm fine. I'm there, striving through life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Being a queen of being known for the plus size society, like you're an icon. And before the coming to the studio, we're discussing, you said that a lot of people look up to you, which is actually true. How do you feel? Do you feel it comes with a lot of pressure or weight?
Sometimes it does. It does, and sometimes it doesn't. So
Okay.
we just do what we can do best to motivate people, not necessarily find a way to
Motivate people.
people, like how we post and to help people like see you as.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. But we won't go without saying that we live in a mean world today. We live in a society where social media has, or digitalization has made it a global space, and someone from Asia can see you on social media and say nice things to you. Someone from that same part of the world will see you and say very hurtful things to you.
Yeah.
They body shame us, they discriminate towards us against our color, skin and everything.
Yeah.
But today we are talking about body positivity. Tell me, when it comes to being, right now I've gained weight than you, so I can actually single you out and let you speak for us, but you represent us.
Okay.
How does it feel to be you? When I say you, not as Mz Orstin, but to be a very slender, beautiful woman. Does the beauty count in that aspect?
I think for a long time, the beauty standards has been always being slender outside Ghana. But in Ghana or in Africa, it's for the thick women.
Right.
Really?
Well,
Okay, I'll leave them to argue this one. All right.
I think it's for the thick women because you always get people saying, "Hey, afia lenge, hey,
Chingalingi.
chingelenge," or and then you get asked when you grow big and things like that.
Right.
But I think with time I grew a tough skin,
Okay.
and it doesn't really bother me being slim. I
Okay.
wish I was big and tall.
Ooh. How
Yes.
big and tall? Like me?
Oh no, please. Like big piece high, big and tall.
Thick and well
Tall,
endowed in the right
tall,
places and
yeah.
tall, right?
Yeah, because when we were growing up, before I understood genetics, I had a neighbor, and who was, like, she was a few years older than me, and I saw how she was developing, and I was measuring my development against hers. I wasn't matching up. So this was for a long time before I understood that it doesn't come with age, it's
Right.
genetics and things like that. So yeah, and my family, we are not big people.
Okay.
My dad was a slim person who became big later in life. My mom is still a very slim woman, so I guess I've come to accept that this is who I am.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do
Okay,
about
so we'll come to get to know how society accepts you, right? Because just like you said, the beauty standards in our part of the world has to do with the thick girls. A guy is looking for a girl who is curvy, has the Coca-Cola
has
shape,
body.
who has
Say that
body,
one.
the
Body.
front is there, the back is there, everything in between. And with a slender waist, like I'm eating, you don't want my tummy to grow big. You just want to see the ass and the boobs. How does that make sense? So we'll come to that and see how that also affects you. But you, PM, I can't live your life. We all can't live our lives, right? You are your own person. Let's take it back to before you became a celebrity or a star in your own aspect. How was life? Had you always been a plus-size person? How was it?
Yeah, I've always been a plus-size person. And it's something like it's genetics.
Okay.
So both mom's side and dad's side, they have people who are unique and beautiful in their own aspects of way. Yeah. So that's how maybe I took a little here, and added up, and that's how I am.
Okay.
The way sometimes society really see people, especially plus-size women, is very heartbreaking sometimes. Sometimes make you feel like you're not part of the world.
Right.
To the extent it make people go mad, people kind of
suicidal and all.
Yes. And the way people think, like, if you are plus size, you are lazy, you can't do certain things. Maybe you're not needed at a specific workplace. Because I have an issue when I was looking for a job when I finished my SS, and I was like, my mom said, why I'm always in the house, I have to try to find something. So I printed out my CVs, going from one companies to another. There was this man said, there is a job, but I won't employ you because of your weight.
He said it to your face?
Yes, and I was like, so because of my weight, so you want to tell me if someone is lame, when the person work, the person doesn't get tired. And he said, and if the person's appearance and how the person is, the person's energy and mind is not the same.
Wow.
So my appearance of me being plus have been a minus or a negative on that aspect, making it look like because of my size, I can't work. And it's happening in the industry as well, because it gets to a time people don't want to use plus size people to do so many things. People think because you are too, it's normal as a body when you work, you get tired.
Yeah.
But people make it look like since you're a plus size person, you have to you be tired and you feel kind of way you can't do, and it's bad. The perception people find about plus size people, sometimes I sit down and I'll be like, so right now what do you want us to do? And it's not because you are telling me to lose weight, that is what I want to do, because I feel I'm okay.
You're happy.
I'm happy with what I have, like my size. But the only thing is, you can be plus size and you can live a healthy lifestyle.
Right.
Healthy lifestyle doesn't mean you have to trim down. You have to be careful of the intake of certain things you take inside. That is the mistake people don't really understand sometimes. Make it look like, you are too big. Someone was telling me, I'm too big and we don't need you. We don't need you in our sets. We want someone who is maybe a little bit slimmer than you. And I was like, what a person is doing, I can do. It's about how good I can do the available job there. And it's like, no, we still don't want you. And I was like, I was so pissed off and I wanted to go on live to talk. I was so pissed and I was feeling like, okay, the moments I'm too pissed, when I go live and I go and talk so many things,
might be too emotional.
I'll be so emotional and that like contradicts myself. So you let it be. I will try to do something to talk about this, and it's really, really heartbreaking.
Okay, so this was before you got the fame.
But when I was, let me say the fame have been there, but coming to the limelight is when I
you got exposed to these things. Okay, right. So she has told us some of the downsides to her size. How about you? Have you lost any good opportunities, or is it rather the opposite?
No. I've also lost an advertising
deal
not once, not twice, because I was too slim and I looked like a child.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. So I guess we are extreme. I am too small in the scale, and she's too big. So,
as society says.
As society says. So yeah, until you're in the middle, you face, people find reasons to.
Okay, so PM was getting emotional with her submission, and I can understand where she's coming from. In a society where people do not want to read to understand certain things, they don't want to even find out from you, but they just want to judge you just because you're not conforming to their norms, and so it makes you, they want to push you out. Now let's come to health-wise. She mentioned that you can be plus size and live a healthy life. You can be very tiny and live a healthy life. There was a point in my life personally, as recently I've gained weight, and if I tell you my age, you still ask yourself how. But then there was a point in my life where people assumed that I was malnourished because I was literally underweight.
Yeah. And
so they would call my mom or my parents and then try to educate them on how to feed me, the kinds of blood tonics to give me. Oh. My auntie called me Obumpa. Because I see my dompe, that kind of thing. So we get all of these things. How do you live a healthy life with yourself? Like, I don't know if I'm making sense, in the sense that people assume that you're malnourished because you're tiny.
Yeah.
They don't care whether you are eating 3 times and you're eating all of the, you have all the vitamins that you are supposed to have and all of that. People also feel that you are obese, not really getting to know if there is a health condition attached to what you are, what brings you to this point or whatever. You can live a healthy life and still be plus size. You can live a healthy life and be slender.
I think
How is that?
There's also a misconception of that if you're plus size, it means you're unhealthy, and if you're slim, you're
unhealthy.
There are a lot of slim people who have high cholesterol problems. And it's because their body naturally produces cholesterol. It doesn't, and the fact that you're slim doesn't necessarily mean that you're
not at risk.
You are healthy. There are lots of slim people who are not eating properly and have have more sickness than someone
who is plus size.
So that is a first misconception.
Right.
But I think that the way I take care of myself is I don't eat it. I've cut sugar out. I don't do.
So with yourself, not to cut you, but with yourself, it's not like you're trying to gain weight. You're okay.
Oh, look. So the thing is, as you were saying, Obumpa, I have a high metabolism system. I can gain 2 kilos. 2 kg. And all I have to do is to step out, and I've lost everything. So for me, I can't gain weight.
Okay.
If the weight comes, cool, but it's not
something you actually.
My weight doesn't stay. It always goes. So at a certain point, what do? You need to accept yourself. That's how I am. There's nothing I can do about it.
Okay.
So I've accepted that. And there's also another misconception. When you grow older, you gain weight. It has not happened.
Yeah.
My younger sister gave birth. She gained weight.
I was actually going to come to childbirth.
When she was breastfeeding, she gained some weight. When she stopped breastfeeding, she's back.
Zero.
In fact, people don't even think her daughter is her daughter because she looks very small and young.
Right.
So that's who I am. There's nothing I can do about it. So I've accepted who I am, and that's it.
How do you battle with the misconception that you're big because you eat a lot and you eat a lot of unhealthy meals or junk?
Sometimes when people come, especially on DMs, when you post your picture, you've given a nice caption, and you go under the comments and trying to reply people, you are not beautiful, you look ugly. And I was like, I don't need bad energy on my post. I won't block you.
Oh.
Me, I won't block you.
You won't block? You won't delete the comments?
I won't delete.
Wow.
People, to the extent, I quite remember on Facebook, I posted a picture and someone came to write, "You too ugly, look like an hippopotamus."
Wow.
And someone came to reply, "Why are you saying that?" No, I want her to he said that you want me to kill myself.
What?
And I was like, then you're lying, no? Because I've sacked my mind.
That's literally hate speech right there.
You understand? And people were bashing her to the extent they blocked her line. Her account on Facebook, yeah, she's a woman, a grown-up person, and I was like, I went to a profile. I wanted to know if maybe we've met before,
right?
Because sometimes someone can just hate you from a distance, or maybe I did hear something. So I went on a post and I was like, I don't know this lady. So I came back and I was like, okay, thank you.
Wait, how often do you get such comments?
All the time. If I post something, let me say, almost 2K of the comments are negativity. Wow.
How do you deal with such things?
I say thank you. I'll tell you thank you. Some people will say, someone will just say, you die soon, you need to work on yourself. I say thank you, doctor. I'll work on that. Someone will say, someone will just look at you. You just look campy. You need to wear a free dress. Someone will just look at you. The words are sometimes kind of way. But one thing about me that keep me going as PM reigns, negativity is not something which will break me down.
Right.
I've sacked myself, no matter what the situation, in our society, as our sister is saying, when you are slim, people will talk about it. When you are plus, people will talk about it. So it seems like people don't actually know where to stand when maybe the type of body you represent. Because no matter how, when you are short, they will say. When you are half, they will say. No, people are ready to talk anything. So the only thing is you don't have to let negativity get to you.
Right.
So if you make all this negativity, you break down. I have some people who have been crying in my DM. They can't stand it.
Wow.
They'll fight you. I remember a friend of mine came to visit me at home. She's really a plus-size woman. So she came and my people, like my area people, were laughing at her. She insulted them and we were fighting. I said, hey, we don't do that here. And I was telling her, we don't do that here. She can't take it. But me, I'll just look at you. I'll join you and we fool. Because the best silence for a person who
the best response.
You
don't
understand?
laugh at you, but you laugh at them.
So we are all fooling. You can't do anything to intimidate me. You can't let anything to bring me down.
Right.
Because I know who I am and I had to accept who I am.
Okay.
If I'm ugly, If
There's nothing ugly
whatever
about
the situation, I just have to love myself. If you love yourself, nobody can do anything to bring you down.
Yep.
PM, you're beautiful.
You're very beautiful.
You know.
Like, see. Wow. I can't imagine getting such hate speech, asking that you kill yourself and all of that.
It's there.
So then it try when people come out to say that some utterances of people, especially on social media, drive people to commit suicide and harm themselves. Would you say that gaining fame has even doubled that? Because you initially said that you have always been plus size. So from school, and I can imagine in school, when we were young in primary, there was this fat girl in our class. And then during sports, PE, and we are asked to run, when she starts running, then the boys would be like, oh, the grounds is shaking, that kind of thing. I know, we've all done that, one way or the other.
I didn't do that.
So, oh, no, you can't do it because they'll transfer it to you. But do you think that gaining fame has added to that? Because now you're exposed to a larger number of people.
Okay, I won't say fame have made it look more kind of worse.
Okay.
It's like that. It's the mindset. People make it, the perception is when you're plus size, you don't have to be a plus size. It's a disease. People think when you're plus size, you're unhealthy. That is a perception. But they don't know we have people who are plus size. They are okay. They don't go to the hospital to check BPs. They don't go to the hospital to check so many things as a slim person go through. The only thing is someone can be a plus size and can do something. We all know when you walk from a distance, you get tired. We are all human beings. I can remember I went for some interview in some, I won't mention the station.
Right.
We are climbing the stairs. I was complaining I'm tired. And this lady, slim lady too, is complaining. I say, look at your side and look at mine. Who should be complaining? And she was even tired. She sat on way like 2 times. And I was like, I was thinking, so I need to complain.
Healthier than she is, literally.
So it shouldn't be like that. And people will see you and be like, and this person, she's too fat and doesn't need to be at this particular place or particular. And it's very bad. We are all different in our own unique ways. The only thing is you have to just be you. I say, be you. If you are yourself, nobody. People to the extent to me, to the extent when I go to church, people, pastor will tell me, me being plus is spiritual. And I was like, me.
Wait. A pastor told you that.
Yeah, it's spiritual.
How? I don't care.
Because me like this is me, my size is like this. You see, it's maybe in UK and US kind of body. So when it's excess like this, people will think, no, wait there.
It's unusual.
You understand? So the person was like, it's spiritual. So we need to do fasting and prayers. Oh, me, I'll do.
Return it back to the sender.
I'll do the fasting and prayers because you don't know how God have come to tell the person. And you can't battle with a man of God.
Sure.
So you just have to, okay, yes, daddy. You just do it.
Did he say where it came from? Whether it came from friends or family? Or?
Yeah, I just said, oh, mommy not teach no.
No, but this is funny. Of all the things that we've heard some pastors prophesy or claim to prophesy about, this is like the funniest I've heard.
Sometimes people make it look, it's like, since you have this extra load, maybe the person will, we have people who have been trying to lose weight. Let me put myself in there. It's not like when people show the hate comments and they'll be talking, you need to lose weight, you need to check yourself. Sometimes I feel like, even though I love myself, but sometimes it gets to me sometimes. Okay, so when it gets to me like that, I try to, okay, fine. Let me find ways to try to help myself. It's not like I've not helped myself in so many ways. So
you have.
It's not working.
It's just who you are. Like
it's not working.
Just don't force it.
It's not working. I've been trying and trying. So there's this man who did a new drug and was like, it's helped lose weight. So you want to make a better trade with me. So if I'm able to take this drug to lose weight, it will help him to sell. And I said, okay, it's a very great deal. So me too, I wanted to prove a point. So we did resigned. I was taking this drug for 1 day, cool. Second day, cool. Third day, I started feeling like my heart is, I feel like
palpitations.
I was not okay, and I was like, I called me, I was like, is this medicine okay? It seems like there's something in there, it's not good
for your
something
system.
for me or something. He said, oh, it's cool. Maybe when you're starting, maybe he said maybe the fatness in me, the cholesterol is now trying to remove from my body. So due to that, that's why I'm having this. And I was like, you want to kill me?
Yeah, I'm not laughing at you. Sorry.
Sometimes certain things are funny, so I understand.
See, we're going to go for a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Okay, guys, we're back from the break. This is still The Dish right here on MX24 TV, and tonight we are discussing body positivity. Joining me in the studio is PM Reigns and Mz Orstin. So clearly you understand the dynamics of the discussion. Okay, guys, so, wow, PM, you've gone through stuff.
Yes.
But let's talk about clothing. How easy or difficult is it for us to get clothing? Because, you know, there are certain brands that have to a size limit. So every brand, almost every brand has to a size limit. So with you, what's your size?
I'm a 6'8". I'm in between a 6 and 8.
Not 4?
Oh, I've left 4.
Oh, that's nice.
Praise the Lord.
Okay, so before now, or even now, how difficult or how easy is it for you to get your costumes?
It's easy.
Okay.
It's way too
Everything
easy.
goes.
Everything goes. If it's big, I just send it to my lady down the street to alter it for me. But
okay.
When I was a size 4, I had all my clothes altered. But because 4 was a bit hard to get, 6'8" is much easier here. So for me, right now I'm not suffering. I can easily get an 8. So my down is an 8. And my top is a 6.
Yeah, your down definitely is an 8.
Yeah, but my top is a 6. So if it's a dress, I would have to just do a few alterations here. But most of the time, now I get things easily.
Okay.
Easily.
How about you, PM? Difficult or it's easy as well?
Okay, at first it was really difficult.
Okay.
To get a plus size dress. But now it seems like we have people who have plus size at heart, and they are trying to help plus size women have their zone, because dressing good, you build out your confidence.
Yeah.
So people are helping plus size. So now we have boutiques and we have places you can get plus size.
So it's easy now.
Now it's easy, but it depends on what you want. If maybe you see something wearing someone of a slimmer size, or maybe a curvy person, and you want as my size, maybe you won't get on markets unless maybe you get a similar fabric
for you,
so that you sew it yourself.
Okay.
So it's easier now. Yeah.
Okay. How about when the norms of society, beauty standards of society, to the extent where we have pageantry, right? I'm saying this because you mentioned confidence, and we know that pageantry in its own way builds the confidence of women a lot. A lot of women build themselves up, their confidence, their beauty and everything through pageantry. Until recent times, pageantry was strictly for slender people, slim people actually, and then there's a height limit for it as well.
Not necessarily, because the extra slim people don't get into it. There's a criteria, I think, because I've seen, you never see like extra slim size 4. You see from it's like from in Ghana from like 8 to 10, you hardly get a 6 or a 4. So not necessarily.
Okay, but then that's what I'm saying. So until now where we have Miss Malaika, of course, which airs on MX24 as well, the diaries airs here. Yeah, they've opened it up, so you don't have to necessarily fit society's beauty standards to be able to go out there and then express yourself or build yourself up. Until Diasa, did you have the need Or did you ever think of participating in any sort of reality show?
Okay, before I went to Diasa, I went to let me say I went to a reality show like that.
Okay.
That is Mensah Plus. That is
Oh,
where I
Defense
had,
Family.
Yeah, that is where I had a PM.
Okay.
Yeah, so from there, with some time, I went to Diasa. So apart from Mr. Soul like this, it's groom you like similar to Miss Malaika, for you know how to walk, how to
Carry
dress, how
yourself.
to carry yourself. It's different from Diasa. Diasa also help how to build yourself and your confidence, relating to people, and also dancing as well, because not everybody know. We have so much plus size people and not people necessarily dance. We have people who have different talents as well, but just for our extra, they try to open it for people to push in.
Okay.
Yeah. So apart from those two and other people, we have it's cool.
Okay, so like I said, did you ever think you would participate until the ASA, like you'd ever, or before MXSL, did you ever think that you could fit in, knowing what the criteria was at the time?
Okay, me before going to Diasa, I didn't have in mind that I wanted to go to
Any reality show.
Okay. So since I did the advert for them on 2017, people were thinking I was passed with them. That was last season. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to join the train because they already had their set of people. So I was working in Kwewu. People were saying, Mame, you need to go and stand for 2019.
Yes,
I was like, I'm not prepared. I'm not psychologically prepared now. So the motivation from here and there from friends, especially Busy Plus, who held me down till now, and they said, okay, I should go in.
And you went for it. Right, beautiful. Now, society has a way of stigmatizing you and making you feel you're not part of or you don't belong. How do you deal with those things? You, for one, I know your personality, and I know you couldn't care less what anybody thinks. But how do you think people around you or people who are like you on a normal day deal with such things? And do any of these hate comments that you get, subjecting you to the norms of society, ever get to you in any way?
Mine is not necessarily. I don't get hate comments.
Okay.
I just not okay. So when I say hate comments, especially like on social media, I don't get people saying, "Hey, gain some weight, you skinny."
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. But like for instance, if she and I enter the room, and the let's say an office, and the receptionist didn't know us,
You'll be mistaken for
I will
child.
get, yes, good morning, or like is like it was like it's
yeah, like small girl will be
like it's for me. You get or like a very mean reception. But for someone like her, even if I was way older than her, she would get the reverence. That's where that's where my problem is. And so I find myself always putting people in their place when I don't really want to. It's like you're always angry. But so that's where I have a problem with, because people always assume you're a child.
Okay. How do you deal with that?
Oh, I'll blast you. Oh yes, you
go collect.
You collect the same energy you gave me.
Okay.
And no, I don't. I'm learning to let it slide, but I can't. So you'd get it.
So last week we discussed social media and how much is too much, and then the kind of things that goes on social media. And I'm going to bring it to relate to this topic because most of the things that, like the hate comments you get, it's mostly on social media. I don't think anybody can see you in person and tell you to your face that you're ugly or kill yourself or whatever. They would always project it through the medium, right? And I believe that mostly people who do that are sad people who are just trying to project their insecurities and their
real self.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
The word I was going to say wasn't going to be appropriate. So how about if social media wasn't in existence? Do you think that we would have less hate thrown at you because of who you are, because society feels you're not fitting into their norms?
No.
Okay.
Your own story. Remember when your family members used to call your mother?
Yes, I know.
No, if you say Fiepe.
Okay.
If is who? It should have been maybe your mother or your father, but their siblings and their other cousins are calling. So they are the same people who are on social media doing that to you. Sometimes you'll have it with your colleagues, or someone can just, in a conversation of people you don't know, can. So whether social media or not, people just feel like they can
say what they want to say.
What they want when nobody has asked for their opinion. So it's not social media. Social media has made it easier, of course, but people will always be their mean selves.
Okay. How about education, right? In our schools, do you think in our schools and our churches, Sunday school, we go there and we learn. In society, do you think that we are doing a poor job by educating people on accepting other people for who they are and not expecting that everybody should be like them, or think that people should just, so I'm like this. If you're not like me, then you don't fit in. You shouldn't come around. Should the education be more in that aspect?
Yeah, it is.
I think I think education tried, but people are mean.
Okay.
Because most people get bullied in school rather than anywhere else, because people are just mean. Your teacher can say, or your parents can say whatever they like to protect you, but people are mean. And they know the right thing to do, they will still go about being mean. So I don't think it's education.
How about you, PM? Do you believe education would help?
They know they're not supposed to say that.
Education, their aspect, they are doing their best.
They are doing their best.
But still, people still discriminate and
so then education not just in schools but in homes. If parents are educating their children to be loving and accepting of all kinds of people, all manner of people, all shapes and types of people, do you think that these people will leave home and go and be mean to people?
Do you think that bullies in school, their parents are telling them to be bullies?
Yeah.
Their parents are not.
Because
their parents don't even know they are bullies.
Let me put it in a way, say maybe you have a child who is building up, like trying to be an obese person, and maybe people try to in school, people will just be laughing at him, especially when he's eating. When you understand, sometimes it worries the child.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you understand. They are doing their best, but it's not enough.
I know someone who realized that at the time they were teasing him in school, he wasn't even as big as he was, and he used to stress eat because they always they feel bad about themselves, and the only way they find comfort is food. And then years later, you realize that I am even bigger now than when
you were.
People used to say that about me. So no, it's not nice that people do that, and it's not education. People are just mean.
Okay, how has your mental health been affected by the way people relate to you? How has your mental health been affected? Has it even been affected at all?
For the beginning of this movement, it hasn't been. But sometimes looking around and how people relate to you and make you feel kind of way, you break down. Sometimes to the extent I feel like not going near to people. Like not to talk to people. I want
you
to
keep to yourself.
Close everybody who is around me. But especially what's really helped me in certain areas, like when you're plus size, with time you have clubs and those things, we meet ourselves. When you're a plus size and maybe you have issues and those things, and you find yourself with people who have the same body as yours, you are in the same situation. So true that you are in a club, that is where you have your motivation, because you are in the same link. That help you. And sometimes when you go online, you see certain things. Oh, if a plus size is doing something, it will help you. So, so if the person can do this,
you can also do it.
Sometimes it helps, but sometimes it doesn't, and it makes you feel like you are less of a human being. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry you have to go through these things.
Oh, but let me tell you, people like us are always jealous of you guys.
I tell you, you see I'm looking at your backside.
People like us are like,
it's like society are making it look like you have to look some type of way before you need to be accepted.
yeah.
Yeah, so that is the mentality and how people are brought up. Like, if we are too much, like when you start building up, then it's not helping, make it look like kind of way. You know, I know some people who are sick and tired of their size and they want to lose weight. They've taken so much drugs and stuff, and now it's added up.
Yeah.
And
It's
they can't
even gotten worse.
Yes, they can't even control it.
I know someone who's gotten what's this
Tummy
ulcer.
problem, ulcer.
Yeah,
Has gotten ulcer.
because you do such
She starves herself.
Yeah,
ulcer.
And
Terrible
if you-
ulcer.
yeah, but if
because
you're
of
plus
that.
size,
and she still
you don't
didn't
have
lose
to-
weight.
if you're plus size, you don't have to be saying you don't want to eat, because we always say don't skip breakfast.
Yeah.
When you skip it, you add up, and you it's something altogether.
Skipping breakfast makes you gain weight.
For
No,
some body
people.
type.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, you don't have to, because when maybe in the morning you get maybe small. Me, I don't like taking bread,
Okay.
because we have some people body relates early to expand when you're eating more of carbohydrates.
Right.
So when you're plus size and you try to cut all these things, it's going to help you.
Okay.
You have to know the type of blood you relate to and know the food you eat, so that it help you to help in the pave way for living a healthy lifestyle.
Right.
So that you know how the things you can react to and your body can react to, so that you be on that same balance. So we have some people, when it's taking so much bread and those things, they react. It means I don't like much carbohydrate things. It reacts to it, and it gets a time when I'm working, I feel like it's difficult for me to breathe. So when I stop for some time, I know, say, okay,
You're
I feel okay.
And then you continue.
You understand?
You have friends, like you said, you have clubs and meetings, so you meet up with them. How bad can it get for some people? As in their mental space, how bad? What is the worst that can happen to a person who is battling all this bullying and doesn't have the right support system around them?
To that extent, people do crazy stuff. Take maybe alcohol as their friend, relate to drugs.
Ooh.
Yeah. People do drastic things. They think when they get addicted to it, they'll make
It will take away the stress
certain
and...
worries and those things.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it leads to health implications and those things, and it's really bad. One thing I want to say is we are all unique in our own ways. I keep saying this. You are perfect, and you have to love yourself.
Okay.
And I want to sign up to say something.
No, we are not signing off yet. Hold on that. But then I know that during your time as the ASA winner, the first, second, third, you guys were taken out of the country, but there was a whole lot of drama surrounding that particular trip. You were traumatized.
Yeah.
I heard you were not able to go because
of my weight.
Your weight. And
let me explain.
Emirates said they were not
clear this one
going to take you. Please do.
Yeah, that's the girl here make you sexy below. Yeah, the thing is that issue. We all went to the airport at Babawapa. I was looking sexy with my blue braids, with my bags and my family. So I was happy because I had fans there and they were really
in to see you.
So that was my first time traveling. So I was very happy. Since we are 3+, the host, I was telling the girls that when you go, we do so many things, you know. I was thinking too much, not knowing I was going to cut off. You understand? So when we got there, we told us to check our luggage or whatever.
Checking.
So I was doing the first checking, and this man came that, where are my representative? They should come.
Okay.
So I told them they are standing at our back, so I sent them there, and they were talking, saying, due to my weight, I can't take in a single seat, so they need to book in first class.
For you.
And it was a plan, travel, and that time they can't get that amount of money to
there and then.
You understand?
Okay.
So they had to send it back to the embassy. Try to already the other people went, so it left with me. So the assurance was okay. I'll get. They'll try to manage how things will go. So we went to their office at Accra, moving pick.
Okay.
So we were there.
That's Emirates office.
Yes.
Okay.
So we were there. I went with my family. We were downstairs and we were doing the process. So when I came, they called me to come inside. So I came, and the man there told me to sit in a chair like this. So immediately I sat in comfortably, and they said if I'll fit in this chair, then which means I'll be capable to travel.
You'll be okay.
And I said okay. So when they came and they said the time is very near, so I should rush and go. So even I let some document there. So
which means that you fitted the chair.
Yeah, I fitted.
So then it meant that you were cleared to go.
So me too, I was happy and I said, oh God, thank you. So we rushed to the airport and they said they were saying all sorts of things. That still we left some documents and we're not able, still my size and those things, and I was heartbroken.
So that trip didn't happen?
Didn't happen.
Have you ever been in a plane?
That was my first time.
And it didn't happen?
It didn't happen. So I felt bad.
I can imagine.
And I was like, I know, I have plus size who are friends who travel. So
did they not give you a cutoff weight for boarding or anything? Like nothing of the sort was arranged or discussed?
That one will be from the organization.
Okay, they would know.
They would know better.
Okay.
Because they were doing the process. The process was done. Then let's go.
And that was it.
That was it.
So then your other colleagues or friends, they went.
So when the thing escalated, their time didn't reach. They had to come because people were annoyed, fans were annoyed. There were so many things
they felt
that
you
happened.
had been sabotaged.
You understand? So they need to come. So they have to be back to the country back.
But were you compensated?
Yeah, that was before the PM extra.
Okay, that's good to know then. You will travel, you sit in the plane you want to sit in. Don't worry.
Waiting.
So as we sign off, I just want to know, there are people out there who are going through a lot. There are people out there who are doing BBLs because they want to fit society's beauty
standards.
Yeah, I mean, all of these things. There are people who are trying to say that. Recently, I heard that young ladies are actually getting pregnant and aborting at 5 or 6 months just so they put on weight.
They will lose it.
Like, it's crazy the kind of things people are doing just because they do not want to be bullied in society. You are living that life. You are living that life. What would you say to a young lady out there, even a young man out there, who thinks he is too big or thinks he's too tiny, doesn't have 6 packs and looks lanky or whatever? What would you tell them? We are wrapping up in 2 minutes.
Lanky people naturally have 6 packs. In fact,
not all of them.
People call it hunger packs. Anyways, but look, this is how God created you. There's nothing you can do about it. If you want 6 packs, go to the gym. If you go to the gym and it doesn't work, please sit at home and think about yourself, because as somebody said in a meme, nobody's going to write on your casket that you had flat tummy or you had a big behind. Just love yourself and eat healthy, take care of yourself, and pursue your dreams. There's more to life than what someone thinks of you. What is important is what you think about yourself. And when you get to that level, there's nothing anybody can do.
Nice. Thank you very much. How about you, PM? Now you can sign up with what you wanted to say.
You know, all these things, it's the way people put things there. If you don't look a certain type of way, you don't have to be at this particular place at a particular time. And when people feel like they want to do extra more for their body, is when the person is doing comparison. And there's a saying goes that comparison is the thief of joy.
True.
So you don't have to always be comparing yourself like, hey, I've seen, let me use maybe, someone maybe like the way I am, I could say, oh, let me put someone like this person is my model, and I'll feel like I want to be like this same
your
size.
target.
You understand? So I have to try, because I feel like, no, I have to, you know, you are not helping. Maybe it could be certain things you do, it won't help your body. There are certain things you do, it won't even do anything for you. So what I'll try to say is,
What you actually say?
what I want to say is, no matter what size you present, skin, shape, whatever, there is this model. She has she's like
is it vitiligo?
yeah. She views her body to make national flags and this thing. She accepted her body, and this
and now people are paying her for it.
You understand? So as a person, you need to love yourself, regardless. If people say you are ugly, look like a chimpanzee, just draw a chimpanzee's face and accept it the way you are. People will get a time. People will just you know mingle and accept you the way you are. And people who also make it look like plus size are not accepted in this industry or this country or any. Please. Accept us, and you are not going anywhere. We are here to stay.
We die here.
we are here to stay.
Right.
No matter what, we are beautiful, unique.
Yeah.
We love ourselves. So you, to that same way, just try to reciprocate the same thing for us. We are begging you, try to use us to do adverts and music videos and those things. If you leave us at home, we are not going. You want to kill us, but you won't die. You're trying to patronize plus size people, and we are the one thing is plus size people. They are very intelligent.
Very.
I don't know why people don't see the goodness in us, and they just use our bodies to say, oh, our body is not a mistake.
Right.
We don't need to apologize because we are fat or we are sorry. They say now we call plus size. I beg you. Yeah, unique. Accept us. Love you. Bye.
All right, guys. So all has been said and done. Accept yourself, treat yourself, love yourself, and society will reward you for it. Don't succumb to their pressures. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Oforiwaa, and same time next week. Have a great evening.